Yesterday we completed correlation regressions and what is the site? This is the example also completed yesterday. This example also completed. So today we'll go to the 5th unit today. I told that before in the class. So in the regression of the three variables we have to learn here. The plane of regression, Euler's notation, equation of the plane regression, properties of reduce. These four the important topics in this unit. Four important topics here. So we can write here. So we can take the objectives. So define what is the plane of regression, what is Euler's notation, what is the equation of the plane of the regression, and what is the residues. What is the residues of the properties of the residues we can study in this unit. So in the earlier units we have studied simple linear regressions. The -1 to +1 we learn. It can be used when the value is the dependent variable assumed to be influenced by one independent variable. I told that one is independent variable, another one is dependent variable. So it is influenced by one independent variable here. However, there are a large number of situations which values the dependent variables influenced by more than one independent variable. So I told that the dependent variable influenced by more than one independent variables. So therefore, the yield of a crop depends not only the amount of fertilizer used. This is the example. Yield of a crop depends not only అంటే మనం వేసే ఫర్టిలైజర్స్ మీద కాదు, క్రాప్ అనేది దాని డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ దట్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఏరియా ఇన్ విచ్ ఇస్ ద క్రాప్ ఈస్ కల్టివేటెడ్. ఎంత యూరియా వేసినామని కాదు, ఎంతలో మనం వేసామో దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి దాంట్లో వేసామనేది విచ్ ఇస్ ఫర్టిలైజర్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్. సో ఇట్స్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ ద ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఏరియా ఇస్ ద క్రాప్ కల్టివేటెడ్, the amount of rainfall, variety of seeds, variety of soil, so fertility of soil. So not only fertilizers, it is a soil also, fertilizers, and also the rainfall, and what is the soil, it should be absorb the water, and what is the soil, it should be develop the crop. It's not. Similarly, the volume sales of the product depends upon the of the product. So the amount of advertisement given of the product, the number of sales points will be it's available. So therefore, practice we have to deal with data involving more than two variables. That is, we have to deal with multivariate data. So plane of regression. So we have to take plane of regression here. So we can take the plane of we have to take the plane of regression here. The plane of regression here is consider. Tell me. Hello. In this, in the plane of regression, we consider the dependent variable or influenced by two independent variables. What is two independent variables? X1, X1, X2, or X2, X3. So consider trivariate data. Trivariate means three: X1, X2, X3. So assume the variables measure the respective means. So EX1 is equal to EX2. You know that EX1 is equal to EX2 is equal to EX3. E of X we can writing as mean. So the equation of the plane of the regression is X1 is equal to A plus B 12.3 X2. B 13.2. See here very carefully here. The equation of the plane of the regression is, you can write A is constant here, and B is 12.3 X2, and B is 13.2. And 12.3 is the value, and B 13.2 is the value. So B 12.3 and 13.2 is a partial regression coefficients. Sir, why we are taking? So in X2 condition we are taking 12.3. In X3 condition we are taking 13.2. All of you understanding? All of you understanding?
Yes, sir.
12 point B X2 in X2 condition B 12.3. In X3 condition it is 13.2. So B 12.3 and 13.3 is called these two. It is called as partial regression coefficients in X1 and X2, and X1 on X3, and X1 and X2. So what we are doing here? See all of you. This is X1 and based on X2, and X1 based on X3. So we are writing here X1 and X2, and X1, X3 we are written here. So this is the condition here. If we take we take expectations on both, sides A is equal to 0, but the assumption what we have taken here, see here, but the assumption taken here, variance mean is ex1 is equal to ex2 is equal to ex3 is equal to 0. We are writing here the condition here. So therefore, the equation of the plane of regression becomes x1 is equal to b12.3 x2 plus b13.2 x3. So we can assume that E basically condition x1 is given the plane of regression. So basically we can write E1.23. We can write E1.23, the basic condition we are writing here b12.3 x2 plus b13.2 x3. The radius of the error estimation is x1.23 in place of E. So you see here in place of E we are writing here x1.23. So we can take that x1 minus E1.23 is equal to x1.23. So therefore x1 I am taking the minus here, x1 minus b12.3 x2 minus b13.2. This is the residues estimate error in estimation. We are taking this is the basically condition of the basic conditions of the plane of regression. What is Euler's notation? So in the Euler's notation, you have see here. This is x1.23 is equal, that is a Euler's notation. The subscripts are written before a dot. Dot means a point. A point are called as primary subscripts, while the subscripts written at one dot is called as primary subscript. Then another dot we can take that secondary subscript. Another dot we can take that third subscripts or fourth subscripts. So continuously we can take the dots is going to third, fourth, fifth subscripts we can take in, but we are called primary subscripts, while the subscripts written after do are called secondary subscripts we can take here. The order of regression coefficient depends on the number of secondary conditions subscripts involved. Thus, I already told B12.3 and 13.2 are partial regression coefficients order. They are involved only in secondary subscripts. Even though we are writing the order in which secondary subscripts are mentioned is not important. Why? Because the order is which is primary subscripts are mentioned is important. Already I told you B12.3 x1 and is the dependent variable x2 dependent B21.3 x2 B12.3 or 21.3 is both are same. We can write B12.3 is same. B21.3 is value same. The dependent variable x1 is our independent variable. So equation of the plane regression. The two partial regression coefficients that is told to be estimated using the least of squares. What is the formula? S is equal to summation of x 1.23 whole square. I already told x1 minus b112.3 x2 minus b13.2 x3 whole square here. The two parts. What does the partial mean? So dou S by dou B. So we are taking that is S. We are taking that is a B value. We are taking here. The regression of coefficients are obtained by minimizing with respect to the dou S by dou B 112.3. So how it is came minus 2? Anyone tell me? How it is go minus 2? Tell me. Anyone please? How it is came minus 2? Tell me. Anyone please? How it is, Monisha? Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Minus 2 came. It is a partial differentiation. It is a partial differentiation dou S by dou S. 2x I am taking here. Am I correct? This is I am taking x. Dou by d by dx of x. What is that value? D by dx of x 2x avuna? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So therefore minus 2 summation of. So therefore minus summation of x2. So therefore I am taking this is x2. This is x2 minus summation of x2 x1 minus 12.x2 by 13.2. Then dou S by dou by 13.2. Again we are derivating. This is a minus 2. That is x3. So there is a condition is x2. This condition is x3. All the values are same here. All the values are same here. We are writing here. So summation of x2, x2, x12.3 is equal to 0. x3, x1.3 is equal to 0. See here. This is 12.30. 13.2 is 0. Same I am writing here. But the condition is 1.23 and 1.23. I am taking x3, x2 and x3 conditions here. So from the above equation, summation of x1 and x2 b, what 12.3 taking the common, that is x2 square, b 13.2 taking common, so that is x1 x3 condition here. But here x1 x3 we can take that, b 12.3 x2 x3 b 13.2 x3 square. What is the difference? Tell me. x1 x2 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు థర్డ్ కాలమ్ లో x3 కండిషన్ వస్తుంది. x1 x3 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు సెకండ్ కాలమ్ లో x2 x3 వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ x1 x2 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు x2 x స్క్వేర్ వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ x1 x3 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ x3 స్క్వేర్ వస్తుంది. అర్థమైందా మిమ్మల్ని?
Yes, sir.
Okay, reply faster. So therefore, since the variables x1 x2 x3 is merged, the respective means the sigma I square formula 1 by n summation of xy square is a mean. The covariance of xi comma xj, we can write the covariance of the xy 1 by n summation of xi xj. Formula is summation rij is equal to covariance of xi xj by sigma I sigma j. So summation of xi xj by n into sigma I sigma j. Using the relations, we can take the formula r12 sigma 1 sigma 2 b12.3 first I am taking, b12.3 sigma 2 square, b13.2. Why? Because r12 I am taking here very properly we are taking r12. So b12.3 sigma 2 square, b13.2 r23 sigma 2 sigma 3 is equal to 0, r13 sigma 1 sigma 3 b12.3 r23 sigma 2 sigma 3 minus b13.2 sigma 3. Why? Because I already told in the now class. So this is r112 means that will be sigma square, that is r13. So that's why we are writing in the 3 sigma 3 square we can taking here. b13.2 sigma 1 by sigma 3 we can write 1 r12 r. Why it is writing? It is a matrix form. Tell me, what is the matrix form? It is AD minus BC or not? Hello, we can write it in the form of AD minus BC. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So first row first column, second row second column, third row third column, remove it. Then r1 1 r12 r23 r13 sigma 3 1 r23 r23 1. So we are multiplying b13.2 and again we can take that b12.3 we are taking here. So we define the matrix here 1 r12 r13 r12. So first row first column will be gone, 1 into 1 r23 r32. Second row second column will be gone, r21 minus r23 31. Third row will be gone, 1 into r21 minus r32. So these are we are substituting here. So sigma, what is omega 12 by omega 11? What is, tell me? What is omega 12 by omega 11? Tell me. Anyone please? Omega, what is omega 12? All of you listening? I am waiting for reply. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Sigma 1 by sigma 2, sigma 1 by sigma 2, omega 12 by omega 11 ఎట్లా వస్తుందని అడుగుతున్నా నేను. అంటే ఈ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ కాలంలో కనుక తీసుకున్నట్లయితే మనం ఈ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ కాలంలో సిగ్మా 1 బై సిగ్మా 2 తీసుకుంటే ఫస్ట్ ఒమేగా 2 అంటే సెకండ్ కాలం బై ఫస్ట్ కాలం రాస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ కూడా అంతే 13 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఒమేగా 13 బై ఒమేగా 11 అని రాసుకుంటున్నాం మనం. సో నేను సిగ్మా 1 బై సిగ్మా 2 అంటే w ఒమేగా 12 బై ఒమేగా 11, 13.2 అంటే సిగ్మా 1 బై సిగ్మా 3 ఒమేగా 13 బై బేసిక్ ఫార్ములా. సో ఫార్ములా ఏంటంటే equation of the plane regression is x1 by sigma 1 is W11, x2 by sigma 2 is W12, x3 by sigma 3 is omega 3. అంటే మనం omega 11 omega 12 వచ్చిన వాల్యూస్ ని ఇక్కడ మనం సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తాం. ఎట్లా వస్తుందో చూపిస్తా. ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ రెసిడ్యూస్. The following are some properties of the residue. So what is the meaning of residue? The sum of the product of any residual order 0 in any residual of higher order is 0. The provided subscript of form occurs. Secondary already told primary and secondary subscripts of the latter. In deriving the equation of the plane regression, we have seen that sigma x2 x2 1.23 is equal to 0. Sigma x3 x 1.23 is equal to 0. We are writing here. So therefore already I told you x2 ante x 1.23, x3 ante x 1.23 and రాసుకున్నా తప్పేం లేదు ఇక్కడ. So therefore the sum of therefore we are right here. Therefore we are writing here, just a minute. The sum of the product of any two residuals which all the secondary subscripts are first occurred among the secondary subscripts of the second alternated, we omit or any all the subscripts. అంటే ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు ఇక్కడ, టూ రెసిడ్యూల్స్ లో second subscript వచ్చినప్పుడు కూడా ఫస్ట్ అక్యూర్ అమంగ్ ద సెకండరీ సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సెకండ్ ఇస్ altered. మనం ఆల్టర్ చేయట్లేదు. సో therefore we omit for all subscripts for the first. సో చూడండి సిగ్మా x.12 x.13 ఏం రాసుకున్నాం మనం ఇక్కడ, సిగ్మా x1 మైనస్ b12 x2 1.3 sigma x1. So this value may be written as x1 minus x 1.23 minus b12 x 1.23. So is equal sigma x1 x 1.23 గా మనం రాసుకోవడం జరుగుతోంది. Just a minute. So therefore the sum of the product of the two residuals here is 0 for all the subscripts, both primary and secondary occurring among the secondary subscripts of the other condition. The order of the residuals depend on the number of secondary subscripts. And the residuals అనేది secondary subscripts మీద ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే primary subscripts ఇక్కడ రాసాం. The higher of the sum of the product of the two residuals is secondary subscripts. The first occur among the secondary subscripts of the second is unaltered. So therefore the residual depends on the number of second subscripts. ఒక ప్రాబ్లం చూద్దాం అర్థమైతే. For the data obtained from a trivariate distribution, the variable were measured from their means. Sigma 1 is equal to ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు?
3
3
sir.
sir.
3 2
4
3
5 sir.
R12
0.7
0.7
R13
0.6
R23.
0.4
Find the equation of the regression of the plane x1 on x2 x3. x1 మీద x2 x3 find out చేయమన్నా. ఫార్ములా 1 చూడండి. What is this? This is A11 అవునా? This is A22 A33 అవునా?
Yes sir.
అరే మరి దీని కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేయరందమ్మా. A11 A12 A13 A21 22 23 31 32 33 కరెక్టా?
అవును సార్.
అమ్మయ్య. క్లియర్. సో కోఫాక్టర్ చేద్దాం ఇప్పుడు. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ 1 అంటే R12 అంటే ఎంత ఇచ్చాడండి? 0.7. వెరీ గుడ్. R13 అంటే ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు?
0.6.
0.6. వెరీ గుడ్. R21 ఇచ్చాడా?
ఇవ్వలేదు.
R12 taken as R21. Remind it. ఇంతకు ముందే చెప్పిన నేను B12.3 అన్నా B21.3 అన్నా both are same. I told or not?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
R12 అంటే R21 ఎంత తీసుకున్నాడు ఇక్కడ? 0.7. 1 R23 ఎంత ఇచ్చినాడు?
0.4
0.4. తర్వాత R31 ఉన్నదా ఇక్కడ?
ఉంది సార్. 0.6
6. R32
ఉంది సార్. 0.4
వెరీ గుడ్. 0.41. నౌ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ఇక్కడ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వస్తుందండి. ఇక్కడ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు రాలేదు. ఇక్కడ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వస్తుంది. ఓకే,
Yes sir.
మల్టిప్లై చేయండి. ఫస్ట్ కాలం 1 into 1 1 minus 0.4 square W2 And the first row, first column 0.7, 0.4 into 0.6, 0.24. Correct. ఇక్కడ కూడా వస్తుంది గీత, ఇక్కడ కూడా వస్తుంది W13, ఇక్కడ కూడా వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ కూడా చేసినాడు గీత. సో here W13 is equal 0.28 minus 0.6. మల్టిప్లై చేయండి అమ్మా, నాకు 1 minus 0.16 ఎంత వస్తుంది వాల్యూ?
Huh? 0.84, sir.
Very good. Then 0.7 minus 0.24.
0.46.
Good. 0.28 minus 0.6.
Minus 0.32.
Minus 0.32.
32.
Very good. What is sigma 1?
Sigma 1. 3.
3. Sigma 2?
4.
3 by 4. See here. 3 by 4. Omega 12, what is value? 3 by 2 into 0.46 by 0.84. This is check fast. 3 by 4 into 0.46 by 0.84. Make fast.
Yes, sir.
Sigma 1 ఎంత ఇక్కడ వచ్చిందా? minus 0.4107.
Yes, sir. వచ్చింది.
ఓకే, దెన్ ఏమొచ్చింది ఇక్కడ? సిగ్మా 1 ఎంత వచ్చింది? సిగ్మా 1 3. సిగ్మా 3 అంటే 3 by 5 into minus 0.32 by 0.84. Cross check it.
Correct, sir. 0.228.
Very good. Who told?
Vaidehi, sir.
Amma Jainina, very good. Where we get the equation of the plane regression is x1 is equal. So minus 0.107 x2, 0.2286 x3. Okay. This is called each problems we will ask. Okay. All of you understood?
Yes.
Any more doubts? Ask me. Any more doubts of this unit? Ask me. Only this unit is regression of lines x1, x2, x3. Any doubts? Ask me. I will clarify. I think no more. Okay. Next. Partial correlation and regression. Multiple correlation. Multiple and partial correlations we are learning here. So okay. So in that, tell me, ask.
అది మల్టిప్లై చేయాలా సార్? మైనస్ సిగ్మా 1 by sigma 2 into omega 12 by omega 11.
I am going to Bhavani. Just wait. Omega 12. Sigma 1 by sigma 2. Sigma 1 by sigma 2 అంటే ఏంది? 3 by 4 into minus 0.32 by 0.84. మల్టిప్లై చేసి డివిజన్ చేస్తాం.
ఒమేగా 12 అంటే మైనస్ 0.32.
ఒమేగా 12 అంటే 0.46 కదమ్మా.
అవును సార్, 0.46 by 0.32 కదా సార్?
కాదు 0.84.
0.84.
ఒమేగా 11 కదమ్మా.
ఓకే సార్.
క్లియరా?
యా ఓకే సార్.
ప్రాబ్లం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. సో పార్షియల్ రిలేషన్. So earlier we know that regression involving one dependent variable and two independent variables. It's depending upon the same. So in this we can take that interest of study of relation between two variables only when dealing with trivariate data. Trivariate means 3 types. So such situation we can adopt the one following of the approaches. we may only consider the values of the two variables of the interest by keeping the values of the third variable constant level. The distance advantage in limiting the size of the data. So we have to eliminate the effect of the third variable on the two variables of the interest and then study the relation between them. So it may not be possible to remove the entire effect of the third variable. So on the variables of the interest, however, we can remove the linear effect. You know that dou by dou s by dou a, what the condition they have taken, the correlation regression between two variables. After elimination, variables are named called partial correlation and regression. Partial correlation coefficient. Suppose we are dealing with the trivariate data. The correlation coefficient between two variables after the linear effect of the third variable of each of them is eliminated, called correlation. Partial correlation 3, R 12.3, R 13.2, R 23.1. Earlier unit we learned only two, 12.3 and 13.2. Am I correct? Hello? Hello? Bhavani listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
13.2 learned, now 23.1. So the residual x 1.3 is equal, we can write x1 minus b13 x3 may be considered as a part of the variable x1 that remains. Linear effect on x3 is removed. And x the 1.3 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు x3 remove చేస్తాం. In a similar manner, x 2.3 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు x2 remove చేస్తాం. x1 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు x 1.3 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు x1 remove చేస్తాం. So the partial coefficient of 12.3 is the correlation coefficient between x 1.3 and x 2.3. This is given by R 12.3 formula. This is the basic fundamental formulas. Three formulas is must and should. R 12 minus R 13 R 23 by 1 minus R 13 whole square, 1 minus R 23 whole square, R 13 minus R 12 32 by 12, 1 minus R 23 minus R 21 31 by under root of 1 minus R 21 whole square, 1 minus R 31 whole square. So see here, in trivariate data, R2, what is the R12 value?
0.6.
13,
0.4.
23.
0.5.
0.5.
Yes. What is the formula? R12.3. Finding the values. What is R12? Write down on notebooks in your class. Write your 6. Chase the values. You are substitute the values in this formula, and what the output value is correct or not? Tell me fast.
1 minus 0.4 whole square.
Sir, can you please repeat the values, sir?
R12 is equal to 0.6. R13 is equal to 0.4. R23 is equal to 0.5. R12 is equal to 0.6. R13 is equal to 0.4. R23 is equal to 0.5.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
First value is correct.
1 minute, sir, doing.
Do. I will wait.
Zero 0.634 we are getting, sir.
No, I am checked. Yeah, once again cross check. Anyone please? Once you cross check, please. Anyone? Monica?
Doing, sir. Just 1 minute, sir. Doing.
Okay.
0.35 వచ్చింది సార్.
Okay. 0.3. Something corrections is there. 0.3 is correct. Correct or not?
కరెక్ట్ సార్.
0.3 something. 0.3 something is correct. Then do R13.2 also.
0.4 into 0.
R13.2 and R23.1 both have do. All of you, Harsha.
Sir, R12.3, I'm getting 0.50, sir.
R 12.3, 0.506.
506, I'm getting.
I am
Is it
getting
correct?
0.34, sir.
0.
634.
Anyone other, any other one check, please?
నాకు కూడా 0.5 వచ్చింది సార్.
Monisha,
0.506.
సంథింగ్
0.6 something. It has to change. Then okay. 0.5 something. Bhavani, you have to cross check again.
Yes, sir. Checking, sir.
R 13.2 check. R 13.2 check.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's 32, no? 32 value. What is 32 value? So
R
R32.
23. No, no. R 23 is equal to R 32 is same value.
Same value. Okay, okay.
Yes. R 13, R 31 same. R 32, R 23 is same.
Sir, now I got 0.357.
Which?
First one.
కరెక్ట్ 0.35 ఇందాక అదే సార్ వచ్చింది నాకు కూడా.
Okay. Okay. Done. Done. Okay. R 13.2 check.
Okay, sir. Now I am doing that.
Okay.
7
Huh?
R2.2 0.117.
0.117.
117.
Okay. 0.1 is accurate, is correct. Am I correct? So this 0.1 is correct. You are telling. Am I correct? Do it. Do it.
సెకండ్ వన్ 0.14433 కరెక్టే వచ్చింది సార్.
Very good. Very good. What about third one? Monisha, very good.
0.144, sir. Correct, sir?
Amma?
Sir,
Third one,
second one
0.3546.
0.144.
0.3546. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the values given here? R12 also, R21 we can take. R13 also we can take R31. R23 also we can take R32. So we can take the values, but you don't forget the formulas. So you have to. Okay. Understood?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yes, sir.
So partial correlation coefficient helps the deciding the whether the additional independent variable should be included in the regression analysis or not. Already told 12.3 where we have taken R12 and 33. 12 will not be equal. 3 is correlation. We did not know. This is the basic fundamentals for that one. Multiple correlation. See here, very important topic. Joint effect of a group of variables on other variable that was not included in the group. Then our study known multiple correlations. So the multiplying the correlations. So we might be interested in studying joint effect on the amount of the measure using the extent area, the crop rate on the yield of the crop that is obtained. So trivariate data means x1, x2, and x3. The multiple correlation x1 and x2, x3 generally we can written as denoted by capital R in multiple capital R1. This correlation between x3, it is values given plane of regression x1 and x1 on x2, x3. That's the formula in multiple regression. I'm telling again and again. Or capital R square 1.23. What is here? What is here? Capital R 1.23. So we can take the R 12 square and 13 square minus 2a bit 12, 13, 23. We can write it or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we can write here. Therefore, the formula 1 minus R23 whole square. So 1 we will recommend one. There is a formula is 1 minus omega 11. See here, the above formula expresses multiple correlation of the total coefficient. R square, see here all of you. R square 12.3, 2.13. 2.13 means again 2.13 means R 12 square, 23 square. 1 2 square, and square we can write any one. Then R12, R13, R23, there is no change. So we are taken 23.1. That is 30 square. There is 1 minus omega. Then third part, R square 3.12, R13 whole square, R23 whole square, same R12 whole square. That is 1 minus omega by omega 3. So this plus here. So properties of the multiple correlation coefficient. So multiple correlation coefficient measures the closeness of association between observed values and variables. The values of the variable based on the linear regression. 0 less than capital R less than, sorry, 0 less than or equal to R 1.23 less than 1, between 0 to 1. 0.23 is equal to 0. The total and partial correlation is a 0. It is equal to 1. The perfect all regression value residual 0. It is greater than or equal to 1 R 12 R 13 R 23. So therefore R 1.3 is not less than any total correlation. Already I told in the earlier class. So that is the basic condition of greater than or equal to. So therefore any total correlation coefficient we can take here. And then we can take the example here. Do the papers, make fast. What is R12?
0.6.
13 0.7 23. Calculate out 1.3 2.3. ఇందులో వాల్యూస్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి ఫాస్ట్. అందరూ 1.23 చేయండి. ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ డు ఫస్ట్ 1.23. Yes, please. Yes, please. All of you doing?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 0.7255, sir. Correct answer.
0.7255, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then 2.13 you have to do 2.13 and 3.12. All of you do 2.13 and 3.12 also. You have to cross check. Why? Because there is a difference person to person calculation.
Sir, I got 0.610. Sir.
Second one I got
For
correct
R1.
only.
Second one, Monisha, second one 0.6810 came.
అదే వచ్చింది సార్.
Okay. Check it. Another one, please check it. Your what I am taking a square plus b square minus 2abc by 1 minus r13 whole square. After the concluding, after the value, then we are rooting. Confusing.
0.7255 sir, first one correct only, no?
Okay, correct.
Third one 0.7567, sir.
Okay, all of you done? Any doubts?
First one completed, the second one we are doing.
I will give the 2 minutes time. Please do fast. Okay, go to next problem.
Sir.
All of you. Isha, Monica, and all of anyone, please.
Sir, second one 0.6809,
Sir,
sir.
6 side
6809.
09. Okay, 09 means I am taken 10.
Okay, sir.
Sir, third one I'm getting 0.51, sir.
0.7567, sir, third one.
Monica, tell me
0.5153 I got, sir.
where third one?
Yes, sir.
No, I done here also in my paper. Is 0.7567.
Okay.
I done in the paper. You go to cross check.
Second one 0.6809, okay, na sir?
0.68.
09.
Okay, done. Third one is
Third one.
0.7569.
I'll do it once again.
Third
I'll
one
do
was
it once again, sir.
0.7567.
Okay. Shall I go to another problem or shall I wait?
Okay, sir, we'll do it.
Go to another problem. We'll do
Okay.
it later.
Better. So you have to study this, check your progress for single line questions. Plus positive square root of r squared 1.23 known as what is the limit? R is equal to 1. Can say about the regression residuals. These are all small one mark questions you have to study. Then we can do data. What is the classification of categorical data? Notation, order of class frequency, ultimate class frequency, fundamental set of frequency, constant of data we can study here. So we can learn that the statistics analysis information data is expressed in the form of numbers, numerical nature of the data is one of the following. There are two ways. We may be measuring some physical characteristics like height and weight, taking height and weight or temperature a person directly. You're taking 3 height and weight or temperature, taking that person. In such a situation, results are directly expressed in the form of numbers. So different numbers may be K. The methods of statistical analysis can be applied to the phenomena is called as statistical variables. ఎందుకంటే height, weight, temperature మనిషికి సంబంధించి different గా వస్తాయి. So measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, correlation analysis can be applied to such phenomena. There are other situations where numerical nature of the data in the process of continuing and not process of the actual measurement. Suppose we may count the number of people tested positive a particular disease for 1,000 people. In this situation, we may not be able to measure that actually intensity of the disease directly, but can idea intensity by counting the number of people given the population. అంటే 1000 మందిలో పాజిటివ్ వస్తే మనం దాన్ని బట్టి హైపోథెటికల్ గా రాస్తాం. దానికి సంబంధించిన కేటగిరికల్ డేటాని మనం ఈ రకంగా సింప్లిఫై చేస్తాం. నేను ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు ద థియరీ పార్ట్. సో దట్ ఇస్ a notation. Generally we use English letter A, B, C, D, etc. in the presence of attribute of qualitative characteristics. That is the Greek letters alpha and beta. So indicate the absence of the attribute, combinations of the different letters, different categories of the clauses. So indicate the define with A and dumbness with B. AB indicates people which both of deaf and dumb. Deafness and deafness with A. So AB indicates people who are deaf but not. అంటే డెఫ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు డంబ్ ఉండొచ్చు, డంబ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు డెఫ్ ఉండొచ్చు. బట్ డెఫ్ నాట్ డమ్ అంటే మనం తీసుకున్న స్టాటిస్టికల్ డేటా ప్రకారం ఉంటుంది. అవునా కాదా? హలో.
Yes sir.
Alpha beta.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, alpha beta indicates people who are the deaf or dumb. See here. I'm going to the directly. Order of class, frequency, ultimate class frequencies, and fundamental set of frequencies. The order of class depends upon the number of attributes, that is according to that following. N is total number of units in the inquiry. I neither indicates the presence or absence of the attribute. The order is 0. In the case of single attribute A or alpha, B or beta, order 1. In the case of two attributes, we have the classes AB, A beta, alpha beta, and alpha beta, order 2. And ఇంతకు ముందు చెప్పినాను AB తీసుకోవచ్చు, A beta తీసుకోవచ్చు, alpha B తీసుకోవచ్చు, alpha beta తీసుకోవచ్చు. తీసుకోవచ్చా లేదా?
Yes sir.
ఏ ఆల్ఫా బీటా అని మనము ప్రాక్టికల్ గా రాసుకుంటే 3 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ గా రాసుకోవచ్చు కదా. హలో. The number of objects.
Yes, sir.
The number of adjectives or individuals that belong particular classes is called frequency of the class. Class frequency are generally indicated by enclosing the symbol within the brackets of the parentheses, that is alpha, beta, 26. So therefore it is 26 individual who are neither deaf or dumb. Suppose one give example. N is equal to some alpha, A plus alpha is equal to B plus beta. రాసుకోవచ్చు నా? Ask me, Amma. This is theory. This is theory. N is equal to A plus alpha is equal to B plus beta. రాసుకోవచ్చు నా? The following relations here. See all of you. A are alpha, beta అని ఇక్కడ ఏమని రాసుకుంటా నేను? A plus alpha ఒక రకంగా, B plus beta ఒక రకంగా తీసుకుంటాం. A is equal to ఏం తీసుకుంటున్నాను? AB plus A beta. Alpha beta plus alpha beta. B తీసుకుంటే AB plus alpha beta. Beta తీసుకుంటే A beta. అంటే ఏ కండిషన్ వస్తే ఆ కండిషన్ తీసుకుంటున్నాను. ఆమె కరెక్ట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
సార్
is equal to
Yes,
A plus A beta. Total n is equal to అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? A beta plus A beta, alpha beta plus alpha beta. These all these conditions in the n we are applying. It is correct? Respond please.
సార్ అర్థం కాలేదు సార్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ
ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం చెప్తే అర్థమవుతుంది మీకు. So we observe that we can always express the class frequencies lower order terms in class. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, we can always express the class frequencies lower order in terms of class frequencies higher order. अब ఎలా అయినా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయొచ్చు మనం. These attribute higher order that n symbols are called ultimate the frequencies. N attributes will be 2 power n ultimate the class. Frequencies will be the attribute divides into two classes. The total number of classes of frequencies of all orders it is 3 power n. But n attributes there will be 2 power n. So all the classes can be expressed in terms of m. So this is the basically. So this is the we generally use the class symbol of an operator. N is equal to 1 to n, A is equal to A into n, alpha is equal to alpha into n, A plus is equal to n, alpha is equal to, we can write 1 minus A, alpha beta. ఆ ఫార్ములాని ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేశాను. See all of you, this one any doubt ask me in the 7th condition. Are you understood? Please tell me. Monica? A into n అంటే an, alpha అంటే alpha n, A plus alpha n రాసినాం. Alpha is equal to ఏమని రాసుకోవచ్చు అప్పుడు?
ఆల్ఫా మైనస్ వేసుకోవచ్చు 1 మైనస్ 4.
ఎవరు మాట్లాడేది? Who is speaking? Alpha beta is equal to alpha beta into n. So in alpha is equal to 1 minus A I am writing. Beta is equal to 1 minus B. So therefore 1 multiply చేస్తే 1 minus A minus B into plus A minus B. So ఇక్కడ దీన్ని ఏం చేస్తున్నాను నేను 1 into n మళ్ళీ మల్టిప్లై చేస్తున్నా 1 into n minus AN minus BN ABN. సో సిమిలర్ గా సింప్లిఫై చేస్తే ఈ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. సో ఆల్ఫా బీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు n minus A minus B minus C A ప్లస్ గామా కూడా తీసుకుంటున్నాం కాబట్టి AB AC BC minus AB గా రాసుకోవచ్చు.
సార్ అక్కడ 1 minus A into 1 minus B ని ఎట్లా రాశారు సార్? అంటే మల్టిప్లై చేసి
అవును కదా
1 into 1 1 into B A into 1 A into B. ఓకే
క్లియర్ అన్నావు. ఇక్కడ చూడమ్మా, ఇది మల్టిప్లై చేసినామమ్మా. ఈ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది. దీనిలో n కామన్ n తీసుకొచ్చినాం అంటే n into 1 n కాబట్టి n minus A minus B A plus B. సిమిలర్లీ
అన్నిట్లో n ఉంది కాబట్టి n by A. కానీ కామన్ తీసినట్టు బ్రాకెట్ లేదు కదా సార్ అక్కడ.
అమ్మా
ఇప్పుడు A into n B into n AB into n అంటే కామన్ తీస్తే బ్రాకెట్ పెడతాం కదా సార్. ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ 1 into n n రాసింది. ఇప్పుడు కామన్ తీస్తే
చెప్పండి.
ఇప్పుడు కామన్ తీసుకుంటే
ఇది ఇక్కడ రావాలి, కామన్ రావాలి. ఇది కామన్ రావాలి.
అదే
1 minus
1 minus
A minus B plus AB. Very good, you are correct. కరెక్ట్. తప్పు రాసినాం ఇక్కడ. ఇక్కడ కూడా అంతే. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఎన్ని బ్రాకెట్ తీసుకుని 1 మైనస్ ఏ మైనస్ బి మైనస్ సి ఏబి ప్లస్ ఏసీ ప్లస్ బిసి అంటే 3 కండిషన్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం కాబట్టి అవునా?
ఓకే ఎస్ సార్
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పోతున్నా. ఎగ్జాంపుల్
అయ్యో సార్ అది కరెక్టే ఉన్నట్టుంది సార్. ఇక్కడ పైన 7 దగ్గర మనకి ఏ
చెప్పమ్మా.
ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ ఇంటూ ఎన్ రాసింది సార్. బ్రాకెట్ ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ ఇంటూ ఎన్. ఫస్ట్ 7 వి జనరల్లీ దాని కిందనే 7th పాయింట్
ఏ ఇంటూ ఎన్ కదమ్మా.
విచ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు బ్రాకెట్ ఏ అని రాసింది కదా,
ఇట్లా
అందుకే
కూడా
బ్రాకెట్ ఏ
తీసుకున్నా తప్పు.
పెట్టింది.
అమ్మా మౌనిక యూ హావ్ టు
Yes,
రైట్
sir.
ఎన్ మైనస్ ఏ తీసుకున్నా నువ్వు మల్టిప్లై చేసినా బయటకు వచ్చేవారికి అదే వస్తుంది. ఎన్ ఇంటూ 1 ఈజ్ కూడా ఇక్కడ 1 వస్తుంది కదమ్మా.
అట్లా అంటలేను సార్. ఇప్పుడు ఏ ఇంటూ ఎన్ ఉంది కదా సార్, అది స్టెప్ 1 ఇంటూ ఎన్
అర్థమైంది. ఏ ఇంటూ ఎన్ ప్లేస్ లో ఇది ఎన్ మైనస్ ఏ మైనస్ బి ప్లస్ ఏబి తీసుకున్నాడు. తీసుకోవచ్చు. నో అట్లా తీసుకున్నా వస్తుంది.
ఓకే సార్, అదే అక్కడ ఈక్వల్ టు బ్రాకెట్ అని పెట్టింది కదా, అట్లా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసిందేమో అనుకుంటున్నా సార్.
No. Class frequency of the type A, AB, ABC are etc. positive frequencies, which by class frequency alpha, beta, gamma is called negative class frequencies. AB, alpha, beta, gamma, A, beta, gamma is called contrary class frequencies. ఇక్కడ AB ఎంత ఇచ్చినాడు?
30, 50 సార్.
ఆల్ఫా బీటా 40, ఏ బీటా 25. ఏలో సబ్మిట్ చేయండి. ఏబి అంటే 50, ఏ బీటా అంటే 25, 75. ఆల్ఫా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసినాడు. ఆల్ఫా బీటా 40
plus 20,
40 plus 20 60. బీటా ఏబి 50
plus 40, 90.
9
25 plus 20,
45. n is equal to a ఆల్ఫా. ఏ అంటే ఎంత వచ్చింది? a ఆల్ఫా ప్లస్ బి బీటా ఎంత? 90 plus 45 ఎంత?
135.
75.
సరే, ఎంత ఈజీగా ఉందో. అంటే మీకు ఈ ఫార్ములా రావాలి. ఈ ఫార్ములా వస్తే అది వస్తుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
300 b 600 ab 300. ఆల్ఫా n మైనస్ a 1000 మైనస్ 300 700. బీటా n మైనస్ b 1000 మైనస్ 600 400. ab అంటే a మైనస్ ab అంటే a అంటే ఎంత? 300. 300 మైనస్ ab అంటే 100 200. ఆల్ఫా బీటా b మైనస్ 600 మైనస్ 100 500. సో n ఏమంటే 200 ప్లస్ n అంటే ఎంత? ఇక్కడ 1000. ఏ అంటే ఎంత? 300. బి అంటే ఎంత? 600. ఏబి అంటే 100. సో టోటల్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ 200. నౌ అండర్స్టూడ్?
Yes, sir.
చెయ్యాలి. 7.4.3 నేను నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో కంటిన్యూ చేస్తా. ఇది కొంచెం దీనికి వేరే థీరం చెప్పాలి. థీరం చెప్పి కంటిన్యూ చేస్తా. నౌ అండర్స్టూడ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any more doubts? Ask me. Note it. Any more doubts? Ask me. Note it. Class works. I will clarify. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Have a nice day, all of you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Any doubts? Ask me. I will clarify. All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Jnaneshwar, any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, any doubts? Write it and I will clarify.